has its grandiose architecture, endless museums, and haute couture fashion, but there is so much more to see in France than just Paris. The Burgundy region in central eastern France is the perfect place to relax and rejuvenate. There are many places to choose from on a trip to Burgundy, but Via Travelers has selected some of the best. Subscribe to our channel and keep on watching. Located in the heart of Burgundy, Beaune is best known for its wine and historical landmarks. Although small, this city has a lot to offer tourists. From soaking in the culture to indulging in wine tastings, plan to spend at least a day or preferably a relaxing weekend here. The Hospices de Beaune is a must-see historical landmark for any history or architecture buff. The hospices were built in the 15th century and served as a hospital for the poor and sick. Today it houses a museum with historical medical equipment and art dating back to the Middle Ages. Beaune's Old Town transports visitors back in time with its cobbled streets and half-timbered houses. Be sure to visit Place Carnot, the central square lined with cafes and restaurants, perfect for people watching. For sweeping views of Beaune and the surrounding countryside, climb the hill to visit Notre-Dame-du-Champs Cathedral. This stunning Gothic-style cathedral was built in the 13th century and is well worth a visit. No trip to Beaune is complete without indulging in some of the local cuisines. From coq au vin, which is chicken cooked in red wine, to bœuf bourguignon, a hearty beef stew, there are plenty of decadent dishes to choose from. And of course, don't forget to pair your meal with a glass, or two, of Burgundy wine. Sancerre is a small central France town best known for its white wine and picturesque setting. The town is situated on a hilltop in the Loire Valley and offers stunning views of the surrounding countryside. The Sancerre Wine Museum traces the history of winemaking in the region and includes exhibits on the different grape varieties used to make Sancerre wine. Visitors can also learn about local winemakers' viticulture and cellar practices. Best of all, the museum offers tastings of Sancerre wines. The Loire Valley is one of the most beautiful regions in Burgundy, and there are plenty of hiking trails to explore near Sancerre. One popular route takes hikers up to the Château de Vézelay, an abandoned castle that offers panoramic views of the valley. Another scenic hike leads to the village of Beaune, where you can visit the 13th century church of Notre-Dame de Beaune and pick up some locally made cheese from one of the local farms. Not the church. Sancerre is located in a part of France renowned for its gastronomy, so be sure to sample some of the local dishes while you're in town. Some specialties to look out for include rouillard, which is pork belly cooked in cider, gourde, which is a type of bean stew, and charus, a creamy white cheese. Of course, wash it all down with a glass or two of Sancerre wine. Auxerre is a charming city with a rich history in Burgundy. From its Roman roots to its Gothic cathedral, Auxerre has something for everyone. Don't forget to try some of the local wines while you're in town. After all, Burgundy is renowned for its red wines. Here are a few highlights you won't want to miss on your trip to Auxerre. Auxerre was first settled by the Romans in 52 BC and remained under Roman rule until the 5th century AD. As a result, there are numerous Roman ruins scattered throughout the city. The most impressive of these is Porte de Dacy, an old city gate that dates back to the 3rd century. Other notable ruins include the amphitheatre, which could once seat up to 8,000 people, and the Temple of Cybele, a well-preserved temple dedicated to the Roman goddess of nature. Badly damaged during the French Revolution, Auxerre Cathedral was rebuilt in a Gothic style in the 19th century. The cathedral's exterior is decorated with numerous statues and gargoyles, while the interior houses a beautiful organ and stained glass windows. As I've mentioned, Burgundy is best known for its red wines made from Pinot Noir grapes. However, the region also produces white wines from Chardonnay grapes and sparkling wines known as Crémant de Bourgogne. Several vineyards are located just outside of Auxerre, where you can go on tours and tasting sessions. Dijon is a beautiful town steeped in history with a delicious food scene to boot. You probably recognize the name from the mustard that originated here. Whether you're interested in exploring Dijon's rich history or indulging in its culinary delights, this charming French city is sure to please you. A few of the top places to visit include the Palace of the Dukes of Burgundy, Saint-Michel and Gevrey Cathedral, and Port Guillaume City Gate. For a look at Dijon's Roman past, pay a visit to the Musée Archéologique, which houses artifacts dating back to the 1st century AD. And no trip to Dijon will be complete without taking a stroll through the picturesque Parc de la Colombière. The city of Dijon is renowned for its mustard, so be sure to sample some while you're in town. You'll also find plenty of other tasty dishes made with local ingredients such as bœuf bourguignon and coq au vin. And no matter what time of day it is, you can always indulge in a treat from one of Dijon's many bakeries. Try a traditional flammekuchen, a type of flatbread topped with creme fraiche, onions and bacon, or a quintessentially French pain au chocolat. Bon appetit! Nestled in the picturesque Burgundy region is the charming village of Vézelay. This small town is rich in history and boasts several amazing sights and activities for visitors to enjoy. From admiring the Basilica of St. Mary Magdalene to strolling through Place du Champ de Foix, there's something for everyone in this historic town. One of the most popular attractions in Vézelay is the Basilica of St. Mary Magdalene. This 12th century Romanesque church is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of France's most important pilgrimage sites. The basilica's stunning facade is adorned with intricate carvings, and inside you'll find beautiful stained glass windows and ancient frescoes. Make sure to take a look at the crypt, which is said to be the final resting place of Mary Magdalene herself. Another must-see site in Vézelay are the ruins of the former Benedictine Abbey. Founded in the 11th century, this abbey was once one of Europe's largest and most influential monasteries. Only a few walls and columns remain today, but it's still an impressive sight. Be sure to climb to the top of the hill for fantastic views over the town and the surrounding countryside. Vézelay's quaint village centre is perfect for a leisurely stroll. Wander down the winding streets lined with timbered houses, stop for a drink or bite to eat in one of the cafes or restaurants, or browse the shops selling local produce and handmade goods. Don't forget to explore Place du Champ de Foix, a pretty square in the heart of town flanked by colourful houses and medieval half-timbered buildings. Mâcon is another historic town located in the Burgundy region. From its Roman ruins to its riverfront setting, there are plenty of sights and activities to enjoy on a trip to Mâcon. Here are some top sites to visit. Mâcon was founded by the Romans in the 1st century AD, and traces of their presence can still be seen today in the form of ruins scattered around the town. The most notable of these is the Porte de Aru, an ancient Roman gateway that once served as one of the entrances to the town. Other ruins in Mâcon include the Théâtre de Mâcon, an open-air amphitheatre that would have been used for public performances, and the Tour de Gaito, a stone tower that was once part of the town's fortifications. Mâcon is located on the banks of the Saône River, and one of the best ways to enjoy its riverfront setting is by strolling along the promenade that runs along Quai Lamartine. This is a great place to take a leisurely stroll and view Mâcon's historic bridges spanning the river. And if you're feeling active, you can even rent a bicycle from one of the many rental shops along Quai Lamartine and explore more of Mâcon's riverfront paths. Mâcon is home to several historic churches worth exploring, including Saint-Pierre Cathedral, an 11th century Romanesque cathedral with Gothic elements, Notre-Dame de Lafayette, a Gothic church dating back to 1296, and Saint-Vincent Abbey Church, a 12th century Romanesque church with beautiful stained glass windows. Even if you're not Christian nor religious in any way, these churches are definitely worth a visit for their architectural beauty alone. Auxerre is a small town in central France with a rich history and plenty of things to see and do. Whether interested in French art and Gothic architecture, exploring the countryside, or enjoying some good food and wine, Auxerre has something for everyone. Here are just a few of the highlights. The magnificent 13th century cathedral of Sancerre et Sainte-Juliette is one of France's most important Gothic buildings. It is noted for its beautiful stained glass windows and ornate stone carvings. The imposing ducal palace of Nevers, built in the 15th and 16th centuries, was once home of the Dukes of Nevers. It now houses a museum with an extensive collection of art and artifacts from the 16th and 17th centuries. Fancy a day trip? The picturesque town of La Charite-sur-Loire is located just a short drive from Nevers. It is home to several beautiful churches, as well as a 12th century hospital, which is now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Autun is a small town in central France with a rich history dating back to the Roman Empire. This small town has a big heart, and visitors can enjoy its thriving art scene, learn about its rich history, or take in its surrounding natural beauty. One of the most notable landmarks in Autun is the Cathedral of Saint-Nazaire, which was built in the 12th century. The cathedral is an excellent example of Romanesque architecture, and it features several beautiful sculptures by noted French artist Gilles Berthoud. Visitors can also climb to the top of the cathedral's tower for panoramic views of Autun and the surrounding countryside. Another must-see spot in Autun is the Roman Theatre, which was built in the 1st or 2nd century AD. The theatre was used for various public events such as plays, concerts and speeches. Today, it is one of the best preserved Roman theatres in all of Europe. Visitors can explore the theatre's grounds and even go inside the buildings to get a sense of what life was like during the Roman era. A visit to the Gallo-Roman Museum is a must for those interested in learning more about Autun's history. The museum houses a collection of artifacts from the Gallo-Roman period, including pottery, tools, and coins. Several interactive exhibits allow visitors to get a hands-on experience with some of the objects on display. We've saved one of the top highlights of a trip to Burgundy for the last. The Abbey at Fontenay is a must-see for any traveller. This 12th century abbey is one of Europe's best preserved Cistercian monasteries. The Abbey at Fontenay sits on 33 acres of pristine land. Be sure to wander around and enjoy the beauty of the monastery's gardens and grounds. Don't forget to visit the on-site museum, which provides an interesting look into the Abbey's history. A guided tour of the Abbey at Fontenay is a great way to learn more about its history and architecture. Audio guides are also available if you prefer to explore on your own. The Abbey at Fontenay has an on-site gift shop selling local honeys, jams, books, and more. Be sure to pick up some souvenirs for your friends and family back home. If you're looking for a breathtakingly beautiful region with delicious food and drink, rich history and culture, and plenty of photo opportunities, look no further than Burgundy. There are countless reasons why Burgundy should be your next travel destination, and these are just a few of our favourites. There's a link to these amazing tourist attractions in the description below. Remember to subscribe to Via Traveller's channel for more great travel ideas. This is James saying au revoir, and we'll catch up soon.